Hey guys, welcome back to my videos. So in this one we're going to be talking about Retrobit. So they've been coming out with a couple Sega branded stuff and peripherals and a couple Nintendo controllers. So let's look at what they had at CES this year and why I'm kind of sad that they revealed something that I want. So yeah, let's get into that. Okay, so Retrobit's been making controllers and stuff for a while now. So at this CES, they're back to show off more. One of the first things that I saw that I really liked, Sega Genesis 6-button controllers. I have a few, but it is nice that they're bringing new ones out because, some of them just don't play like they used to. They're getting worn out, and it's always nice having a new, fresh controllers, especially ones that are licensed and look like they're good quality. I haven't been able to touch one, so I can't say that, but they look good, and the boxes look awesome too. You gotta have nice boxes. Also, the arcade stick pad they're coming out with for USB, I really like that because some emulator games, you want to play on your computer, and having a control stick that goes to it is essential, and it makes it feel like you're playing on original hardware. The other thing that I like and kind of dislike is the fact that they have an N64 one. They're called the Tribute. It kind of looks like a Hori pad. I've never used a Hori pad. I've only used the official NES, well, not official, but the normal style N64 controllers. I don't know how I'd feel grabbing two controllers like this and not playing like that. I'd have to get used to it. I mean, it probably wouldn't be too bad. They just look funny. I don't know. They look like N64 controller looks funny. Their pad looks funny as well. So, I mean, I guess they're both in the same boat. But they do come in an array of colors, and they look cool. I might pick up one just so that way a lot of my N64 controller sticks are getting a little messed up, and I really don't want to have to replace the joystick. I heard it's not that hard, or if you're used to doing something like that, it's not bad. But these are cool alternatives, and for my big hands, it may be better. The M64, that middle pad, it's starting to get a little crumple on the wrist. So they're also coming out with the part that really makes me sad, but we'll skip that real quick. We'll jump back to that part. The main reason why I'm making this video. So they're also coming out with Sega Saturn controllers that are like the 6 buttons and the big 3D one that came with Knights. I love that. I don't have any Saturn controllers. I only have one, is the Knights controller. So I need to get a second one at least, and it might be worth trying a new one for me. Just because getting an old one, I'll never know if it's playing like it should. And at least with a new one, I'd be like, well, they try to win for their best, so the buttons are probably working nice. And I do like the variety. And if I'm going to spend $20, $30 on a controller, I might want to get something new that I know will last me for a while, where a used one, unless it's like new old stock, I don't know how much longer it'll go before it starts breaking down. So that's kind of the thing with used controllers, especially as they started getting more high-tech, more buttons and everything. I get a little worried that if I buy something used for the price that they ask for, it might not be the best. So you know what? Brand new? I like that idea. Basically, a new controller just feels nice. So that's cool. But the last thing that they showed, it's not an actual product that they're coming out with yet. It is kind of more of a prototype, and it makes me sad. I haven't done my pickups videos for this week, but I bought the thing that they did a prototype on in like a $120 lot with some games, and I don't even know if it works yet because obviously it's an auction and it said not tested. And then they come out with this. And I'm just like, yay! Why would you do that to me? Obviously it's not coming out yet. It's just a prototype. But the Sega Nomad. Yes, why? I really wanted a Sega Nomad when I was a kid. Never got it. Wanted it when I was a teen. Went to go buy an auction. Lost the auction. And I was like, alright. And then I kind of just fell off of it. I'm like, no, one day I'll get it. I saw an auction recently. Bunch of games. $120 plus shipping. I don't know. I think it was like $140 everything. And I'm like, you know what? I'll try it out. Now, granted, I'll still have an original Sega Nomad. I don't know if it works yet. I hope it works. I might want to do the pickup video. After the pickups video, test it out. But yeah, they're doing a Sega Nomad with HDMI. It looks almost like the Nomad right here. It looks cool. I really want it. And, you know, there's no really too much details. But, I mean, if this is under $100, I'll pick it up. Now, what I'm hoping is so that it sells better and they do more cool things like this, I think they need to also sell it with maybe a cartridge that has, or some built-in games. Like, not a lot to raise up the price, but say like 10 Sega Genesis Classic games on there. Like actual Sega Genesis Classic games, like maybe Streets of Rage, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Miss Pac-Man, Mortal Kombat, you know, some of those games. That way, you know, it can sell to the person that doesn't have Sega Genesis games as well. Or maybe Retrobit gets into a deal where they sell multi-carts as well. Where it's like, hey, built-in 10 games, you can buy this multi-cart to add to the collection. So 10-in-1 multi-cart with 10 more games that you can slide in. That would be pretty cool. So hopefully that's something they think of, because, you know, for these things to sell and make money, you want to sell a lot of them. Well, how many people have Sega Genesis games lying around? The fans are probably going towards, yes, but you want to branch out and sell more. So I think it'd be cool if it had like 10 built-in games, not to raise the price too much, and then, you know, $20 you can get like another 10 game cartridge that has another greatest hit collection, and they sell like two or three different style of those, and then you carry around 3 cartridges. Or if you're someone that's really into it, you have an EverDrive, and then you have this thing with like 30 games that you can just pop in a cartridge. I think that would be cool. Or maybe to save on, I mean, this thing is pretty big. So, you know, maybe a cartridge that has like little carts that can go inside. You know, that one cartridge holds like 4 games. Take a little cart, pop it in. That has 5 games on it and 5 different cartridges. I think that would be kind of cool. And that way, you know, your one cartridge has like 40 games it can fit inside for the little mini cartridges that just slide into it. And then for the people that have the cartridges, they can bring it with them. I think that'd be cool. I'm really sad that I already bought one. I'm happy that I have it. I'll put it on the shelf. It'll be an original. But I like this one, being able to hook up to an HDMI. I kind of wish, based off the photos, the HDMI is on the top. I kind of wish they would have did it on the bottom. And then gave you the ability to spy a little dock that you could dock it like a switch and plug in your Sega Genesis controllers on the bottom of the dock just like a switch. That would be cool. Just imagine being able to grab your Sega Genesis, basically, play it, pop it on the dock, not having to plug it in like that. You know, a little extra work is a little extra work. And how long will HDMI port last by pulling in and out? Maybe this is only a prototype they're talking about, you know. You know, it might not be official. Who knows? So maybe they move the thing on the bottom, give you a little dock that I can slide down into, and you can keep your controllers always plugged into it, and you pull it off, play it, put it on, 2 players. I can't wait to see. That's exciting. I really like it. I hope they do more stuff like that. That's exciting. All right, guys. So that's what Retrobit was doing for this CES. I like it. I hope more companies get into the business of doing, you know, good peripherals, taking outside the box thinking, and adding more stuff. Obviously, we want it to be good stuff and built well. I've never bought any Retrobit stuff, so I don't know how well their build quality is. Can't wait to get a hands-on or something like that. Hopefully I know someone that gets one, or I don't know anyone that gets one. Hopefully, good videos come out on YouTube that show the quality. All right, guys, have a good night. Let me know which one you're excited about from Retrobit, or something else you saw from CES that I didn't see already, or just overlooked. All right, guys, have a good night. Keep on gaming. Catch you next time, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, check out my other videos, and see you next time.